Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Just kidding. Okay, so today we're just gonna do, sorry, I'm still in like morning time breakfast mode. Let's see, I got this new backdrop back here. I want to do, I don't know if I've done this on a live yet, but I want to do some of the BB cream with the BB powder today, so you could see what that looks like and make it like pretty simple, because I'm not really going anywhere but probably the grocery store. Possibly I'm gonna have a bunch of little boys at my house. Well, that sounds weird. I'm gonna have a boy sleepover for my boys, so I've got to get their snacks and foods or whatever they're probably gonna need. So hey Nicole, if you're hopping on here, just say hey, and if you are watching my replay, just hit replay, say replay in the comments. I don't know why I can't ever get that out right. So I already cleansed and toned my face. I'm gonna put on my Calendula face cream. It's just a really good moisturizer. Always moisturize before you apply any makeup, because even if you're oily, there's moisturizers out there for you. Your skin needs hydration no matter what. And sometimes people that are oily, it's because they don't hydrate their skin enough, so it's overproducing oil because it's so dry, and it's like SpongeBob, give me some water or whatever. And then so it'll overproduce oil because you're not hydrating. So there's that fun fact for the day. You don't necessarily have to prime with a BB cream, but I'm going to. This is the VFX Pro Camera Ready Primer in the Strobe Cream. I use this one a lot. We do have another option, but I just really love this little extra hydration it gives me. It kind of makes it makes your skin a little glowy. It smells good, it feels good, and it helps your foundation and everything stick on better. It is not gonna feel in your pores really, but the regular one will. So we're just gonna try to make it pretty simple today. Now, once that's kind of drying in, I normally would go ahead and do my brows first, but I'm not. And then we'll go ahead and do some BB cream. This might be a little light, right? Sorry, I keep hiccuping. This might be a little bit light. It's a light to medium. I probably need medium because I got some sun, but I'm still pretty fair on my neck and my face. Hey, Angie. Oh, good. You used the BB cream? Hey, Patricia. Oh, did you? Well, you're getting a double dose. Okay. So I'm just going to put a couple dots here and there. We'll see how much that covers, and we'll go from there. You can use your fingers, you can use a brush, you can use a sponge. I think I'm going to use a brush. I used this the other day and I liked it. It's this brush that I got from the Miss A app. They're real affordable, and I really liked this foundation brush. It's very unique. See how it's kind of shaped differently? So I just realized I don't even have my mirror in front of me. I'm using directly the phone. Let me grab it. Okay. So yeah, I mean it's matching definitely, but my chest is like so much darker. But bronzer will I can bronze it up to make it a little darker. Okay, so BB cream. It's just a little less coverage than the CC cream. And the CC cream is more for like color correcting. This one is just like a lighter coverage. It's really good for someone that doesn't like to wear a whole lot of makeup, but they want to, you know, cover a little bit and look pretty natural. Yeah, I probably need a darker shade. But that's alright. I'm gonna do a little bit more. My forehead is a little bit dark too. My forehead always gets a lot of sun. So it still looks like my skin. It's just covering a little bit. And it smells good. Okay. Yeah, I need to order me. I don't know. I think I did order me a medium in that. I just haven't got it yet. So, we will give it a little more coverage using this stick concealer in the shade 04. And I'm just going to kind of go right under my eyes. Well, not directly under, but kind of give it a space there. And it's going to cover this little bit of redness here that I have. So kind of like a triangle. And we'll just do a little bit on the forehead and the chin and the nose. And then I am going to grab a little bit of the 03 liquid concealer. Looks like that. It's kind of equivalent. You know, I started, after thinking about it and using it a few times, it's supposed to be equivalent to the Tarte Shape Tape. And it is, but it's a lot, well, not a lot thinner. The consistency, it is thinner. The Tarte Shape Tape is so thick, and it can be a little drying under the eye, that I really like it, but you just have to be careful with how the Tarte Shape Tape is like, what am I trying to say? It's just too heavy of a concealer to put underneath your eye. So honestly, I started thinking about it. You know, NARS, I don't know if anyone knows. Hey Amanda, NARS has a concealer. That is what it kind of reminds me of. This is what I feel like it's more of a dupe for that than the Tarte Shape Tape. And that's still a really good concealer. Very popular when I worked at Sephora. The NARS concealer was probably what they was the most popular concealer. I can't think of another one that they bought a lot, because we didn't carry Tarte Shape Tape. That was only Ulta. Okay, so yeah, I'm just blending with the brush. I mean a sponge, and I actually didn't even wet it, but it's still a little bit damp from yesterday. I forgot. Usually I wash it every day, but I forgot. But it's still blending in good. You know, that a lot of drag queens don't use damp sponges. They like theirs dry because it packs on more. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm just going to go over my whole face with the powder. This is the shade number 1. I'm just going to go all over my face with this to kind of set it and give a little more coverage. This is the BB powder. Let's see if it had anything. I wish I had more information in front of me. I don't know what I did with my catalog. Smells like a baby. If you're hopping on to say hello, and if you watch the replay later, please let me know you watched it. And anyone who had shared my last video that I posted, I am doing a giveaway, so I'm taking names, and I will soon do a drawing for a giveaway of a free product. So yeah, we're just putting the BB cream all over. This is just a lighter weight, or a more natural look than using like a full coverage foundation and like the perfect pressed powder. Okay, so we definitely need to bronze it up because we are a little too light. So that's why we have our handy dandy Sun Kiss bronzer. Says Farmasi. A little sun. Smells like a baby. And we're just going to, I just use I'm going to use this like pretty halfway dense, halfway fluffy, kind of large brush, because we kind of need a lot of bronzer. This can be used for like your body or your face. And I don't feel like I'm ever going to run out of this thing because it's so big. So I'm just going to kind of pat it in. Think of I'm going to do it in like the letter, or the number 3. So if you think of the number 3 here, that's kind of where we're placing it. And we're not even going to be precise with it. We're just going to put it everywhere. And the way that I do it might not be the way everyone else does it, and that's alright. Everybody has their own method. I'm going to go down my neck because it's a lot lighter. See how that made such a difference already. So I kind of like pack it on first, and then I'll go over it in a circle motion. We're going to get the nose all over. It's summertime, y'all. So we're going to make it look like we've been in the sun all day. Hey, Holly. At this point, I'm going everywhere. It's so, like, buildable, and so, like, you can't, I mean, I guess you could put too much, but you just kind of do a little bit at a time and build it up to what you want. And it's really not too dark. So now I kind of want to put a little bit of transparent powder under my eyes, just to kind of give that a little more highlighted look, and make sure that concealer is set really well. So I just take a sponge, a dry sponge. This is a Real Technique sponge it's kind of like a fuzzy one, if you see that. Can't remember what it's called. Target's where I got it. So I'm just going to go pretty much everywhere that I put the concealer is where I put that transparent powder. Okay. Now I want to use this face sculpting palette. Hey Angie, thank you. I'm going to use this face sculpting palette to do a little, so we bronzed already, but I feel like I need a little contour. So this is what this is for. I'm just going to dip into this dark shade right here. And use this brush. This is also out of that Miss A brush set. It's like a stippling type of brush, but I'm going to use it to do my contour, so you can kind of see this imaginary, you know, if you don't know where to put your contour, if you take your finger and press, you're going to feel this bone, and you could feel a bone in there. You're going to go right up under it. You can even push up That's where your contour needs to be. Not up here, not down here. It's right here. And you don't really want to go directly straight into your ear. It's just going to look too obvious. Like, you don't go in and boom, boom, boom like a windshield wiper. You kind of want to curve it up like that. And it looks a little more... You can even stipple it in first. You see how I did that? And then you can kind of blend it. And then I'm going to do right here on the edge of the forehead. I'm honestly dipping in between these. I'm kind of dipping in both of these. So this is like framing your face. We're going to do the same thing on this side. And you don't want to really bring it in too far here either. You don't really want to go past like the middle of your eye. So just give just a little extra. Now I look bronzed and contoured. You can see that. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit what's left off the brush right here on my chin. Or my neck. And then maybe a little more on the end of the nose. Okay. Now, moving on. I'm going to go ahead and grab some blush. Which blush I want to use? Let's see if this is... We'll do Modern Ballet. This #1 blush. It's got a little bit of gold flakes in it. It's kind of a corally, pinky color. Blush is going to be placed right here. When you smile, you get these little balls on your face. That's the apples of your cheeks. So what I do, again, is I kind of stamp it in. And then I kind of dust it out into the bronzer area. This is just what I do. And this is just what also I have been taught through my many years of experience in makeup. So that gives me some pink cheeks. Hey, Cassie. Let me know if when you're here. But Bentley's supposed to be letting you in. Okay. Now we look bronzed, we look contoured, and we look blushed. Now let's do a little I don't want to do highlighter yet. Let's do some eyes first. So I always take a rag or I keep this either some sort of cloth in my lap all the time while I'm doing makeup to keep my hands wiped off. But I always wipe my lips off too. I'm going to go ahead and condition my lips. This is the lip conditioner. It looks white, but it just goes on clear. It's just like a chapstick, and it feels so good. And it's like a lip primer, basically. So it feels so good and so smooth. So when I go to put my lip liner on, it'll go on effortlessly. And then if I wear a matte liquid lipstick, it's not going to make my lips dry. Okay, so let's do our brows now. let's see. I'm gonna do something a little different. Okay. I gotta sharpen my pencil. Okay. Let's take a spoolie, the end of a brush, brush my brows up. Start along the bottom. Get a little close. I'll just make a straight line. Straight across. We'll go ahead and go to this side. So we want to put a dot here to make sure that's even. And then here. Straight across. Hey Ashley. Thanks, girl. This is just fabric I pinned to the ceiling. And I got it from Joann's. And they're having they were having a big sale. I don't know if they still are. So I'm just going to line out the top. Make my arch here, and we're going to connect. Same thing on this side. You see how I thickened it? How it's a little, actually technically it's a little thinner than that. I thickened it. And you could do thin or thicker. You want to just kind of make sure it's even. And you notice how I'm holding this. I'm not holding it like I'm a 5-year-old with a crayon. That's going to give too much pressure and you're not going to have a lot of control. You want to kind of hold it like a little lighter. And I always hold it more towards the end. And it's always good to have like your elbow, either hold your elbow or put it on the counter. Then trying to freehand it and you don't have a lot of control. And they're not going to be even completely, it's fine. So I usually don't go really much past this area. It just kind of lines up between my nose through the tip of my eye to there. The arch should be from your nose through the pupil to there. And then this area, it should come to here. To there. So that's like very symmetrical. Like if you was to go get your eyebrows microbladed, that's kind of the way that they map it out. Oh, it's a lot of practice, girl. And you know, it is kind of easy. This pencil kind of does make it easy. So now I'm just going to color it in. But I'm going to leave the front blank. And now when I get to the front, I'm just going to, see how your hairs naturally grow up? Right here. Over here, they kind of go out, right? So right here, if you look, your hairs kind of stick straight up. So we're just going to take the pencil and just kind of flick up a little bit. Same way with this side. I'm just kind of getting in there a little bit. And very little product. And now we stop. So when you get a spoolie, a lot of brushes will have a spoolie on the end, and a lot of times you can buy some disposable ones, like CVS, Walmart, Target, or online, Amazon. I'm just going to, you just brush them through. Okay. Now, then I'll take the spoolie for the front and just kind of, we're going to kind of fade it. Who's in here? Door just popped open. Probably my cats. Okay, so the front is gonna kind of blend. I do it a couple different ways, I just whatever feels right, but I'm kind of starting here and blending that way right now. And then I'll just kind of go up with it. And it's going to look messy for a minute. Same thing on this side. Okay. Now, it looks like I need to fix a little bit right here. You see how it looks kind of gappy? I'll just fill that back in a little bit. Okay. So, I normally do my brows first, and the reason why is because I clean it up with concealer. I'm going to take the shade 04 again in the stick. I like to do this before my foundation, but it's still fine to do it after. I'm just going to clean them up. So just kind of like you're erasing anywhere that I got out of line. And we don't even have to go all out on the rest of it. I'm just gonna kind of, like normally I would do it all the way over here and under, but we're gonna make it look a little more natural this way. And I don't want you to be able to see too much of my concealer over top of my foundation. If that makes sense. Take a little sponge and just kind of blend it. Okay. And it's alright if it's not perfect. I'm going to take a clear brow gel. This is some good brow gel, y'all. This is just basically setting it. It's a clear brow gel. Looks like a little mini mascara. And I'm just going to go through it. And this will set it so it doesn't go nowhere. And it gives it more of a 3D effect, kind of like, because it sticks to the hairs. And, I mean, it's like gel, like you would put in your hair, but it's for your eyebrows. It's just one little extra step that I love to do. So then it doesn't look, it looks more like hair instead of like the product. That it doesn't look like I actually drew my eyebrows on. It looks like actual eyebrows. Oh, it's okay. Thank you, Ashley. It's a little time consuming, but I really enjoy doing it. A lot of people have asked me, why don't you just do microblading? Honestly, it's because I just like filling them in. And what if one day I want a different shape? Or sometimes I like them thinner, sometimes I like them thicker. It's therapeutic. I love the art aspect of actually being able to do them myself. So, and that's that. Now let's put a little bit of eyeshadow primer. Looks like this. I'm just going to take my ring finger. Oh god, I just took the whole thing out. And then I'm just going to kind of press it in on my lid. I'm not going to pull and tug on it. Sorry. Hey Annie. I'm not going to put a whole lot of product. And I use my ring finger because I'm not giving it, you don't have as much force. And I just pat it in, I don't rub it in. Okay. Give me 1 second, I'm going to shut this door. Somehow my door popped open. I have some kids in here. Oh, you are why it's popped open. So it was my cat that come in. I don't know how she opens doors. She's in heat, and so she's probably like trying to get away from everybody. Okay. So, eyeshadow. What can we do? I want to do a little something different because I don't ever. I think I want to use this satin ribbon. It's shade number 13, satin ribbon, and I want to use. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and I tend to use the same thing all the time. I'm trying to think, something simple. Sorry y'all, I'm thinking. Okay, actually, you know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna get some use out of this thing. So this is the 3-in-1. It's actually for your face. It's like a bronzer, highlighter, and a blush. I'm gonna try using this on my eyes. So we'll just start with the bronzer shade first. Thank you, Crystal. Hey, Aiden. Thank you, Cassie. Hey, Crystal. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now I'm just going to take the bronzer shade and we're just going to pat in right here. We're going to go in the crease. Well, kind of a little above the crease, if you see. So you can get multi-purpose use from this thing. Can be used on your whole face. So I'm just kind of putting it in all over between here to there in the crease. Do a little more on the end. Okay, now I'm going to take the blush shade. This blush shade right here. And I'm going to kind of put it on the outer corner a little bit, like right here. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then we're going to go directly on the center of the lid with the highlighter. Look how pretty this highlighter pigment, how much pigment this highlighter has. I'm going to get a good spot here. See how pretty that is? Beautiful. All the highlighters are super good. This whole highlighter palette is amazing. I mean, it is like bling, bling, blow. Whatever. And they have like single highlighters. The Peach Bite palette has a highlighter, which I haven't got yet, and it's brand new, and it's so pretty. So this, we're just going to kind of go on this part of the lid. And take my finger and kind of blend it. Actually, I'm going to go straight on with my finger and see what that does. Yep. Now I'm just going to kind of get more depth into this area. And I do like it in the corner here. This little domey brush, this is like, it come in a pack from Amazon. I've had it for a long time, and it is my favorite brush to use for this part of your eye. That highlighter stand out on my arm. Okay, and now I'm going to take a little bit more of highlight and put it on the brow bone with this little flat brush. And I said this was going to be a very simple. No, it still is. Okay, that's it. Really simple. Now I'm going to grab the highlighter and just put a little on my cheekbone here. I have a little bump pop up right there. Now that's just going to make that really stand out, isn't it? Cupid's bow, nose, chin, brow bone, cheekbone. Okay, and one more thing. I'm gonna just take I feel like I need to tone down something or make something blend better. I'm gonna take this BB powder one last time, just a little bit, and just kind of go over it. I hope that doesn't mess anything up. Okay. Yeah, so now that did better. That looks better. Alright. Quickly, so we're not going to do like an eyeliner, a wing or anything. Sorry, I'm just putting all my brushes back. That is cold. We will go ahead and put on, actually I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. This is the Be Fit Refreshing and Fixing Face Spray. I like to spray that on to help everything settle in. I take my sponge. So all those powders that I put on, will melt everything. It will melt it all down, soak it in, so it's not. I just refresh my skin so it's not really dry. Okay, I'm gonna put some mascara primer on. This is just CoverGirl Lash Blast primer, mascara primer. Just put one thin coat of that. And while that's drying, I'll do my lips. So I kind of rubbed off my lip conditioner a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that. I always rub it in with my finger. And then let's do, I gotta figure out what lip color to do. This is my lip liners. Let's see what number is this? 220. Let's see what that looks like. This is 220. I'm gonna try to find a lip color to match that. Wild Rose, I think we'll go with it. Not quite. What's this one? 212. I think 212 probably matches a little better. We'll just do that. So we're going to do 212 in the pencil and Wild Rose. Sorry, this sticker. The way they come, that's the only thing that I don't like, is the way they come, the stickers like this. So when you peel it off, it leaves this sticky stuff. And basically all I need to do is just get some alcohol and wipe it off. But I don't want to lose my tag, so I can keep up with what shade it is. It does say the number here, and I also write the number here, but it doesn't have the name anywhere but this sticker. So that's why I just leave them on there. I just haven't cleaned them up. Alright, so lip liner, 212. These lip liners are like $6. And I only pay like $2.95 or something, $3. And they're good. I know. I'm sorry. Are you sick? Come here. That's Lucy. And she's in heat. Come here. Come here, Lucy. Come here. Oh, I can't grab you. She's a beautiful kitty cat. Well, that's Lucy, and then I have Linda in there. She's a little kitten, and she thinks that it's playtime, and that the big cat is in heat. So you know how they'll do that thing where they like stick their butt out? Well, the little kitten Linda thinks that it's playtime, that she's trying to play with her, and she's like attacking her little, she's got a little bobtail, she's got a little short tail, so it's like doing this, and she's doing her little butt, and the kitten's like attacking it and like climbing all up in her stuff down there, and I'm like, leave her alone. And Lucy's just kind of like, I don't know, it's like weird, I don't know, it's funny. So alright, Wild Rose. So it's really good if you're to do a bold or brighter lip color when you don't have a lot going on your eyes. I love these liquid lipsticks. So they go on as a liquid, and then they'll dry down after a few minutes to a matte, and they will not budge. And they'll be kiss proof, waterproof, smudge proof, eat proof, drink proof. Oh, God. The hiccups or something. Not the hiccups, burps. This is pretty. This reminds me of Huda Beauty carries a lipstick. Lucy has the attention of my cow. They're so funny. I feel I need to get her fixed, and I know I keep on putting it off and putting it off. I actually had her an appointment last week, and I had to work that day, and totally forgot to take her. So now I have to reschedule, and the vet that I'm taking her to is like 2 months booked out, and so she's just having her little moments. It's just like every couple weeks she'll go through it. She's not annoying though, or like at night she doesn't like meow all night or anything. She just likes attention right now though. When she's not in heat, she don't really like a lot of attention. But when she's in heat, it's like she wants all the loving she can get. It's weird. So, okay, mascara. Love this mascara. I used this the other day. Loved it. I got 2 people complimented me that day on my eyelashes and asked if they were extensions. So now that my mascara primer has dried, if you don't like a matte lip, you can always go over it too with a gloss. We have this lip plumper. It's just like a clear gloss. And then we have 4 different shades of these sparkle lip glosses. They're my favorite. Love the lip gloss. I used to not ever really hey, don't mess in my wet. I'm gonna jerk my backdrop down. I used to not ever wear gloss because it was always like a sticky feeling. I used to always like a matte look. And I tried these sparkle lip glosses and I like them a lot. I'm not going to spend too much time putting my mascara. Lucy! Get out of my... What are you doing, man? Stop. Quit. She's going to jerk it down. Well, whoops my ass. Put a little on the bottom. Oh, and if you need your lashes to grow, that lash serum that we carry, it's like $24, I believe. I paid $12 something. I've been putting that on. I don't have it in here. I've been putting that on my eyelashes every night, and I think I'm noticing a difference. It's probably too early to tell. It's only been like 2 or 3 weeks. I took a before picture, so after using it for about a month, I'm gonna take another picture and see how well that it's made them grow, because I honestly think that they've grown a lot. But I don't know. Okay. That pretty much sums it up. I haven't even brushed my hair yet. So that's it. That's the look for today. We'll start from the top, just really super fast, and go over everything that I used. So, moisturize with Calendula face cream. Primed with the illuminating primer, strobe illuminating primer. BB cream light to medium. I could have used a darker shade, but it actually worked out really well. I used the BB powder in the shade 01. It's the lightest shade. Then I used the Sunkissed bronzer for all over bronze. kind of in this area and down the center of my nose to give me some warmth. Then I use the face sculpting palette. Use both of these shades to just kind of sculpt out right here. Put a little here, a little on my chin to give me a contour. I used the 3-in-1 palette on my eyelids. It's blush, highlight, and bronzer, but I just used it on my eyes. Blush, I used Modern Ballet 01 just on the apples of my cheeks. Then I used this mascara, paired it with this primer. Lips, I used Wild Rose. And I done forgot what lip liner I used. Holy crap, I done put it down. What lip liner did I use? 212 maybe? I think it was 212. And paired it with the Wild Rose to get this. That actually paired super awesome. That was like a perfect color match there. Eyebrows. Brow pencil shade 03. That's how I got my brows on fleek. Now I can flirt. And then I got, oh yeah, the concealers I also used, okay, I used 04 in the stick to carve out my brows, and I also used it under here, and I used the 03 liquid right under here to give me a more brighter look. I did prime my eyelids with the eyeshadow primer before I applied my eyeshadow. Clear brow gel, that's a must. I use the clear brow gel to top my eyebrows after filling them in. And I believe that's it. Oh, and I set it with the Be Fit Refreshing and Fixing Spray. Oh, and I lip conditioned with this to give me some hydration to the lips before I applied my lip liner and lipstick. That does it, folks. So thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Please feel free to share if you'd like. And I gotta go in here. I got a babysitting job to do today, and we're having like a sleepover tonight with some boys. So wish me luck. Thanks, and appreciate all of your support.